Donald Trump just threw an absolute tantrum in the Oval Office during a disaster press conference as he is now preparing to fire Jeanine Pirro because she dismissed the reflecting pool felony case against David Hearn. CNN now confirming MeidasTouch reporting from the weekend that Jeanine Pirro's termination is likely imminent. Let me show you this deranged press conference that Donald Trump had. He starts attacking Pirro. He says that she choked. He says that she folded like an umbrella. And then the person who asked him a question, he goes, "Don't you ever talk to me again. You're fake news. You're fake news." Watch as Donald Trump loses it on live TV. Play this clip.
And I guess she choked. I don't know what the hell happened.
Are you reconsidering her role?
I don't know what you don't. You're fake news. Don't ever talk again. You're fake news. One of the worst in the business. Fortunately, nobody watches you. But
next, Donald Trump says Jeanine Pirro folded like an umbrella. And then he says, "I have a major decision to make as well. Are we going to have the pavers paint red, brick, or granite?" I don't even know what he's even saying here. Play this clip.
And I was disappointed with Jeanine Pirro. Really disappointed with Jeanine Pirro. She folded like an umbrella. And people get away with things, and it's a disgrace. But we're very proud of Lafayette Park. Now we have a big decision to make. Do we take the pavers that are red, the red brick pavers, and do we change them into a granite? It's a gray granite. They're beautiful, but they're not the original. So we're going to have to make that decision. You have a good sense of taste.
Next, Donald Trump is asked if there are other avenues that he could have supporters involved in the insurrection get paid. The thing that Todd Blanche did is not an enforceable document anyway. And then Donald Trump further attacks the reporter. Let's play this clip.
Who are you with?
I'm with MS Now, sir.
You who?
MS Now.
MS Now?
Yes, sir.
What a terrible show that is. They have the worst people on that show.
Are there other avenues that you want to see people?
No, there's no other avenues that I know about. Go ahead.
Mr. President, on the Iran talks.
MS Now. That's the failed MSDNC, right? The failed. They failed. They gave it a new name. You know why? Because nobody watched it. Go ahead. And fewer people are watching it now.
Back to Jeanine Pirro. Donald Trump said she made a mistake. It was vandalism. Doubling down, tripling down on the defamation of David Hearn. I hope he sues the crap out of Donald Trump, and he should sue the crap out of everybody responsible for defaming him. Watch this deranged creature, this scumbag in the Oval Office, behave like the lunatic psycho that he is. Here, play this clip.
Have you spoken to Jeanine Pirro about her decision to drop?
No, Jeanine Pirro made a mistake. There was vandalism.
Then he says, we have photographs. We have tapes, like moving cameras, right? We've got the a moving camera. Seriously, this psychopath is the one who's been responsible for the catastrophic war in Iran. Of course, this guy is literally a deranged lunatic. Here, play this clip.
Beautiful. Now, we have photographs or tapes, like moving cameras, right? We have them where people are on the side cutting it with a box knife. Was it? So now I'm not saying I was 100% thrilled with the contractor, but the contractor was rushing. We wanted to get it open for July 4th, and we got it done. But in addition, there was vandalism.
And then he behaves so creepy with some of the women he's using as props behind him. That's what he did this presser using the women as props as he threatens to get rid of Pirro. He loves firing the women in his administration. By the way, they deserve to be fired, but the men are even more incompetent. So he has these women and he's so creepy with them. Totally uncomfortable scene as he's like, am I better? Hey, am I better than Sleepy Joe? Do you like me better? And then this lady who's there is like, oh yeah, you are. And by the way, all of these ladies who are allowing themselves to be used as props like this in the Oval Office, I mean, and it doesn't just the ladies, when the sports team do it, when the men do it, it's just so utterly shameful. And I just want you to know, to all the people who are there in the Oval Office, history will remember you in these Oval Office images as fascist enablers. I just want you to know that. I want your kids to know that. I want your grandchildren to know that that's the legacy that you've left. You are a fascist enabler in the Oval Office. That's your legacy. That's what people will remember you for in your lifetime. Pretty freaking pathetic to all of the ladies who are there, to all of the men who are there, to the male sports teams that are there, to the business leaders who are there. All of them. Pathetic. Here, play this clip.
How do I compare in terms of response with other presidents of the past?
No comparison, sir.
Is that good or bad?
No, it's good. Actually, it's very good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
We do okay?
You do great.
A little more than Sleepy Joe?
100%
A little bit
positive.
more?
Yes.
I think so. Thank you. Thank you.
Then Donald Trump's like, and I just want to say the blue cities, they're dirty. They're dirty. They're dirty doo-doo. It's like, dude, what the hell are you talking about, man? Grow the hell up. They're like bad. Dude, you are a despicable human being. Why don't you look at the junkyard that is Washington, D.C.? You've turned it literally into a freaking garbage disposal. Here, play this clip.
The blue cities have something in common. Crime, high crime, vicious, violent crime. But what do they have in common? They're all dirty. They're filthy dirty. Their streets are dirty. Their streets smell. Their storefronts are broken. Their trees are all gross. Everything about the place is dirty. And I don't want to mention any specific city. It's really all of them.
Then Donald Trump said, okay. I was planning, by the way, we talked about Pirro. Let me explain to you what we're doing with Iran. I was going to destroy him. It was going to be horrific. I was going to just obliterate all of them. But then they called me and they said, please, sir, please, can we make a deal? You just, again, this loser behavior again, play this clip.
Their senses. So they called me and they said, please don't attack. We'll make a deal. That's the real truth, and everyone knows it. And who wouldn't call? And they found out through leaks and sleazebags, a lot of sleazebags, leakers. Leakers should be put in jail. They have to strengthen up the laws for leakers. But in this case, leakers helped because they said the severity of the attack, and Iran knew it. They knew what was coming. It was going to come last night, and it would have gone on for a long time. And there'd be essentially very little left. There'd be nothing left. And if I'm given a chance to let a lot of people live, I want to give that chance.
So a reporter says, okay, well, this is the fifth time, recently you've said you were going to bomb them to hell or blow the effing S out of them, and then you pulled back. So what's your message to the American people? And Trump's like, I don't know. I guess I want to see what I can do before I do a decapitation. Just think about the language of this terrorist, and we should call him what he is. He is a terrorist. Hegseth is a terrorist. Marco Rubio is a terrorist. They are a terrorist regime. They cause terror. When they use language, we are going to cause terror, more terror than World War II at night. We're going to rain down terror. That's the language that they use. We loiter over them and obliterate their civilization. Yeah, that's terrorism and war crimes. When you blow up Manab and you slaughter little girls, yeah, that's terrorism. That's what this is. Decapitation. I'm going to blow the effing S out of them. When we know that thing there in the Oval Office is a weak, pathetic loser, and he has a regime of weak and pathetic losers. Here, play this clip.
Mr. President, this is at least the fifth time you turned off airstrikes against Iran since April to negotiate. What is your message to the American people who are wondering what has changed this time? Why should it be any different?
Well, you don't know. I don't know. I think we're going to maybe get something, but I want to give them every last chance before decapitation. Very tough to do what we have planned. Still planned. We'll see what happens. But it's a very, very tough thing to do. I think I'm very proud of the fact that I'll give people a chance. This is a big move. To do an attack that big on a country, I'd rather not do it. Now, we've already, through lots of large attacks, but they were normal large. Hopefully they'll come to their senses, because what happened, cannot have a nuclear weapon. But
And then Donald Trump again go, oh, grass is life. Grass is like a living thing. Here, play this clip.
Dave, and you haven't seen anything yet. We're replacing all of the grass that hasn't been replaced in the fields, all the beautiful fields where the grass is. You know, grass is like humans. It has a life. This grass hasn't been changed in 100 years. We're doing all the fields. We're doing most of the graffiti is moved. But the most important thing is it's been beautified.
Then Donald Trump says, and look at the ballroom, everybody. You like my ballroom? Here, play this clip.
It was a graffiti-filled, crime-filled mess. We turned it into Shangri-La. We turned it into a great place. Look outside. Look what's happening. Look at the beautiful ballroom and military center. It's a military center, much more than... We have a drone port on top. Look at the grass in front of the White House being all replaced with the top stuff. The parks are all being replaced. It starts very soon, actually. We'll do one at a time. It's about 700 acres of parks. They're all going to have brand new, the best grass you can get. Scott's. You know Scott's? Scott's Miracle Grow. They're doing it. They do great grass. What can I tell you? I got to give them a plug because they did the White House for free. Sir, a friend of mine, a guy that, he's terrific. We'd like to give you new grass at the White House. I said, I'll take it. How much? He said, free. I'll take it. One of those things. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. President.
And then Donald Trump says that he deserves reparations. He wants reparations. Let's play it.
Here was very, frankly, if you talk about reparations or if you talk about payment, what they did to me, I had a very good case against them. So
Then Trump, who was claiming that the U.S. controls the Strait of Hormuz, now says that he's talking with Iran about opening the Strait of Hormuz by tomorrow. These are not conversations that are happening. He's a liar. Play this clip.
And what are your requirements
you'll find
right
out
now?
today or tomorrow. I mean, they're going to go quickly, one way or the other. It's not very complex. We're talking about the strait, the opening of the strait, having it open literally by tomorrow, completely open. And that's phase one. And phase two is we then will talk about the nuclear capacity, the nuclear, as we've been mentioned. Basically, it's, I think, the denuclearization of Iran has to happen.
He won't call for Max Miller, the MAGA Republican Congress member from Ohio, to resign after the very sick and serious allegations. Even Max Miller's former father-in-law, who's the Republican MAGA senator in Ohio, says Max Miller needs to go. And Trump's like, it's a family issue. I don't want to get involved in that. Do you see the double standards here? What happens on the Democratic side? On the Republican side, oh, you can't mention. You can't. And not to mention, the guy right there in the Oval Office was found civilly liable of sexual assault. The guy there in the Oval Office is on audio bragging about sexually assaulting women. He says, you're rich and you can do it when you're rich. The guy right there in the Oval Office is out there bragging about looking at girls naked in beauty pageants without their consent. I mean, the whole thing is obviously without their consent, but what a sicko, vile thing. And covering up the Epstein files. Here, play this clip of him.
You were asked yesterday whether Representative Max Miller should resign from Congress over the allegations, and you said that you'd have a look at it.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that? And also, do you...
Well, it's a very sad thing. I know Max. He's a good person. I mean, I always thought he was a very good person. And I'm going to let the families figure that out. You know, those families, I know they're working on it. It's a very sad thing, especially when you know somebody so well, to be going through that. But it's accusations, and I'm going to let them figure that out. Yeah, please.
Then Donald Trump claims that his insurrection fund is very popular and that he loves the fund. Let's play it.
Solace. But, it happens to be very popular among many quarters. And I don't participate in that fund. I was certainly treated badly. I don't participate, but I thought it would be very fair for people that spent years in prison, people that were treated so badly, for in many cases, people that did absolutely nothing wrong. So I view that fund as a positive, and a lot of Republicans do too, not so many Democrats. And it's not only for that, it's for other things too. People that have been treated unfairly, that have been weaponized by a corrupt government that we had with Obama and that we had with Biden. You had a corrupt government with both of them.
Mr. President,
And then finally, he concludes by saying that if anybody's going to charge tolls on the Strait of Hormuz, the U.S. will start to charge. We will be the guardians of Hormuz. Here, play this clip.
Would Iran be willing to return to fully free navigation of?
It has to be. I'm not going to let them charge.
Would you
If anybody's going to charge, we'll charge. We're the one that has we have total control. You know, we have a thing called a blockade with his Navy. And that Navy is, they call it a wall of steel, the United States wall of steel. And no, there's not going to be charging. We're not talking about charging at all. There won't be charging. Yeah, please, in the back.
Anyway, there you have it. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate you so much. Oh, get your copy of WTF America. Pre-order it right now. Hit the QR code or in the description below. That's the book I wrote with my brothers. Try to pre-order it if you can before it comes out in October. Pre-orders are really, really helpful to the growth and momentum of the book. Thanks so much.
Before you go, our book, WTF America, is available for pre-order now. It's the story of how we got here and how we fight our way back. To pre-order, scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let's do this.